Namaste and welcome to the Center for the Healing Arts YouTube channel. Spring awakenings. Many of us have endured lockdown for months. Spring calls us to awaken and refresh our bodies and our spirits. In today's practice, we'll awaken our bodies through Hatha Yoga Flow using the positive affirmation, "My body and spirit awaken to new life." My body and spirit awaken to new life. You may wish to have 2 blocks and a blanket for our practice. Essential oils can also help awaken our spirits. Perhaps citrus with a hint of spice, such as cinnamon or sandalwood, may give a bit of a spark to our practice. A few drops in our hands. Rub together, then inhale, or a spray mist or even an oil diffuser may come in handy. As we encourage our bodies and spirits to awaken to the new life around us, let's remember to take good care of ourselves as well as our loved ones. A regular meditation and yoga practice is a wonderful way to enhance our self-care. So, let's begin. So let's begin an easy seated pose. Perhaps our eyes cast downward, perhaps we close our eyes and begin to focus on our breath. Breathing in through our nose and out through our mouths like we're fogging a mirror. In through our nose, out through our mouths. And then practicing that belly breathing, both hands on our bellies, breathing in, belly expands, out, belly contracts, in, belly expands, out, belly contracts, breathing in deeply, exhaling fully. Breathing in deeply, exhaling, letting everything go that does not serve us. Breathing in new life, fresh energy. Exhaling, letting go of anything that's binding us. And reflecting on our affirmation, my body and spirit are filled with new life. My body and spirit are filled with new life. Sinking our arms come overhead with the inhale, exhale, let go. Inhale, exhale, release. Inhale, exhale. My body and spirit are filled with new life. And then coming to tabletop position. Knees under hips, wrists under your shoulders. If this is difficult on your wrist, easy type of change we can make with our bodies. We can simply rest on our knuckles instead of our open palms, whichever way works best for you. And coming into cat and cow, cat, chin to chest, rolling our shoulders forward, arching our backs with the exhale. Inhale for cow. Shoulders come away from the ears, looking up if you like. Cat, exhale. And cow, inhale, warming up our spine. Cat, exhale. And cow, inhale. and cow. Neutral spine, right hip to right shoulder, middle left hip to left shoulder, and center and right. Waking up our waist, left and right and left. Walking our palms to the corner of our mat. We're going to do some elbow dips to further wake up our shoulders and our triceps. So in this position, we're going to keep the center part of our elbows facing forward, simply dropping our elbows and then straightening, and dropping and straightening. You can do this at your own pace and your own rhythm. If you do it slowly, you may notice a little bit of awakening in your triceps, this wonderful muscle that runs from the back of your elbow to your shoulder. Very nice, simple movement to strengthen our triceps. And then for a bit of movement with our affirmation, coming back into tabletop and scooping forward into cat, and arching and coming back into child's pose with cow. And repeating our affirmation, my body and spirit awaken to new life. My body and spirit awaken to new life. Inhale, exhale, my body and spirit awaken to new life. And coming to neutral spine, toes curl under, hips lift into our first downward dog of the practice, pushing back into downward dog. One variation that you may find helpful is to take your blocks and using your blocks, pushing back this way. That may be something that's helpful, maybe a little bit less stressful on your wrist, whichever you prefer. And then coming forward into plank, and coming back into downward dog. And forward, and back, and forward, and back, and forward, and back. Stretching, stretching in downward dog, perhaps walking out our dog by bending one knee and then the other, taking our dog for a walk, feeling that nice stretch in our arms, our upper back, and then gazing between our hands, walking our feet forward to our hands, and then coming into a forward fold. Now your forward fold may be here, that's great. It may be here, that's great. It's wherever your forward fold is for your practice. So come into forward fold wherever you are with a slightly bent knee. The thing to focus on in the forward fold is to fold your torso onto your thighs. So that could be here with a really nice bent knee. It could be here. It doesn't matter. Remember, muscle memory is a huge part of your practice. So wherever you're comfortable, come into your forward fold and perhaps pulling gently your forehead, your nose closer and closer to your knees. Bending elbows, nice figure 8 with our elbows. And then coming up to protect our lower back, pressing our knees, our hands right above your knees and below your thighs, squeezing your sides with your elbows, tummy pulls in, and then pushing ourselves up. Hands come overhead, upward salute, hands to heart, namaste, Hands open, Tadasana, mountain pose. Feel the body. Maybe close your eyes. Feel where you are in space. Maybe you feel a little tingling in the backs of your legs, maybe a little in your fingers, or maybe not. And then coming into our twist sequence, we're going to first, hands in Namaste, upward salute, hands in Namaste coming down with the exhale, and then rising up into chair pose. Chair pose is a wonderful way to strengthen the knees and the thighs. This is great for those of us who may want to go bicycling this summer. What a concept. Chair pose, it's like you're sitting in a chair. Hands to heart, and then elbow to outer knee, twist, and if it's available, looking at your upward elbow, and breathe. And exhale, sinking our arms, and then hands come back up into chair pose, straighten, hands in Namaste. And for the other side, you can simply turn on the other side or do the other side however you like. But one way could be to cross your leg, come on the other side this way, and then again forward fold, and come up into chair pose. Weight on your heels, lifting up your toes a little bit so you're really challenging your body with this chair pose. Hands to heart, Namaste, elbow to knee, and perhaps looking up at your elbow. And you may notice one side is easier or more difficult than the other. Totally normal. Our bodies are not symmetrical. Exhale, release down, back into chair pose, lifting the toes, and then straightening, hands in Namaste, and again swiveling on the other side, Tadasana, mountain pose, tummy pulls in, feeling where our bodies are in space. Moving into our warrior sequence, Namaste, upward salute, stretch, 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 maybe a little back bend this time, hands to heart, coming down, stepping back into plank pose and holding our plank pose for just a few counts, waking up our core, and then raising the hips and dropping the hips. And raising in downward dog, and dropping, and raising, and dropping, and raising, and dropping. Gazing between your palms, right foot swivels, placing the heel on the ground, 45-degree angle with your foot. Other foot comes forward between your hands. Stretch, stretch, feel the inner thigh. And then swivel and rise into warrior one. And opening into warrior two. Nice straight back leg. And hands overhead, straighten the knee, and warrior two. And inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Focus. And then arm comes around. Either your hand can reach back to your thigh, or your arm can circle around your waist and come into reverse warrior. And stretch. Arm comes down, rests on knee, extended side angle. Inhale, exhale. Arms clasped behind back, pushing down. And then shoulder into knee, hands lift, humble warrior. And then coming back out, opening again into warrior two. And now opening to the side into goddess pose. And raise, and lower. And inhale, and exhale. And inhale, raise your heels, exhale. And inhale, and exhale. Opening up into warrior two on the other side. And straightening, knee bends, straighten, knee bends, straighten, knee bends, straighten, knee bends. Elbow comes down into extended side angle. Coming back into reverse warrior. And then arm come down, clasping our hands together, reverse warrior. Humble warrior. And breathe. My spirit and body awaken to new life. My body and spirit awaken to new life. Opening up again into warrior two. And goddess pose, straightening. And then arms come down, knees bend, hands come down in the center. Walking our hands over to our leg, we can straighten our knee and bring our faces as close to the knee as we can. Sending positive energy to our legs, to our knees. Walking our hands around to the other side. Sometimes when we're trying to go deeper, it helps to bend the knee a little and then straighten it. And then walking our hands centered, bringing our legs out further if it's available, and then bringing the top of our head, our crown chakra, down to the floor. And breathe. Both hands placed on the floor, bending the knees and hopping forward, coming up in upward salute, hands to heart namaste, coming to the front of our mat, mountain pose tadasana. Again, scanning the body, feeling where we've worked, where we've been challenging ourselves, where we've been simply letting ourselves enjoy the movement. For the next movement sequence, we're focusing on the iliopsoas, and this stretch may be best done with a blanket underneath your knee, or maybe not, it's your choice. You may want to use your blocks for this practice, or not, again, your choice. So one way to do this is to start out kneeling and then putting one foot forward. You can use your blocks for balance if you like. And then really coming forward into a deep, deep stretch. Stretching that beautiful, long, very strong iliopsoas muscle, which we're learning more and more can be the seat of many of our emotions. And stretching, stretching. If you prefer not to use blocks, you can either rest your fingers on the floor or perhaps rest your hands on your knees, your choice. Or perhaps even bring your elbows together or reverse namaste as you like. And breathing. And then releasing, stretching your leg again, flexing your foot, and bringing your chest to the thigh. Perhaps making chin to knee, perhaps nose to knee, perhaps forehead to knee. But remember, the more you do this, the more your body is going to remember what it feels like to have your chest and your thigh together. And that muscle memory really comes in handy. And then bringing your leg forward and back, and coming into an extended child's pose. Elbows high, high, reaching forward. My body and spirit awaken to new life. My body and spirit awaken to new life. And then coming back into tabletop, left leg comes forward. If you want to use your blocks for this stretch, you're welcome to. And then stretching, stretching forward, making sure that the shoulders do come away from the ears. Enjoying the stretch. And then straightening the knee, thinking chest to thigh, flexing the foot, enjoying the movement. And then coming once more to child's pose, this time bending the elbows, hands come to the shoulders, forehead comes all the way down to the mat, stretching out the triceps. Focusing on the breath. And then releasing, coming back into tabletop position, perhaps doing another big circle with your body, one direction, the other direction, as you like. And for our final pose, we're going to come into Shavasana. So one way to do this is to cross your ankles, sit back, extend your legs. If you like, in Shavasana, you could put your blocks underneath your knees. That might be a little bit more comfortable for you as you come down into Shavasana on your mat. Or not, it's your choice. Blanket is always nice, covering up in Shavasana. So, curling ourselves down and recalling our affirmation. My body and spirit awaken to new life. My body and spirit awaken to new life. Focusing on our breath. Inhale deeply, belly expands. Exhale fully, belly contracts. Inhale deeply, exhale fully. And moving through our bodies, helping our bodies, reminding our bodies to relax. My feet relax. My legs relax. Stomach relax. Chest relaxes. Shoulders relax. Arms, hands, fingers relax. Neck relaxes. Face, the eyes, the jaw relaxes. The mouth, tongue. My body is completely relaxed. My body is completely relaxed. And with the exhale, we bring our arms overhead, stretching our legs, stretching our arms, stretch, 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 and completely relax. Rolling over on our side, spending just a moment in this very nice, soft, relaxed position. Appreciating the work that we've done with our bodies today to help our bodies awaken to spring. And pushing ourselves back up into easy seated pose, where we began with a pillow or not, as you like. Bring our hands to our heart, rub our hands together, making our hands warm, 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 warm. And warm hands over our closed eyes, and then opening our eyes into our warm hands in the ancient yoga practice of palming our eyes. And hands to heart for our mantra. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all creatures on this earth be happy and free. May all my thoughts, words, and deeds contribute to their happiness. Thank you for joining me today for this spring awakening. Namaste.